Fins up, everybody. I'm Heikki Larsen, and we've got a lot to drink about.
Up on the east side of Manhattan, they're still dancing with the stars. While over in subprime city, it's getting ugly in the local bars. Watching the news only gives me the blues. There's too much going wrong. It takes the likes of me to hit the reboot key and write a high-speed drinking song.
Welcome to A Lot to Drink About. I'm Heikki Larsen, production coordinator for the Jimmy Buffett Tour, low-budget host of a low-budget talk show on Margaritaville TV called A Lot to Drink About, where roadies sit down and drink and talk, right?
Yes.
And today my guest is Tom Battista, stage manager for the Jimmy Buffett Tour. And where are we sitting right now, Tom?
We're sitting in Bluebeard's Bar, which is a bar named after Kurt Vonnegut, who was a writer from Indianapolis.
Tom owns this place, so he's doing pretty well. It's a bar and restaurant on the east side of Indianapolis,
Yeah,
right?
near downtown area.
It's doing well.
It's in Fletcher Place, Holy Rosary. It's doing great.
How long have you been stage managing for Jimmy?
24 years.
Being stage manager, as a roadie, tell the folks back home, what does a stage manager do?
I am basically the floor manager day of show. So what that means is as all the trucks get unloaded and everything goes to its place and all the labor that's there, I'm in charge of directing that. Like we just played Cincinnati, Local 5, unbelievable. The best local in the country. They don't talk to each other. They pay attention to you as the touring carpenter or electrician, and they pay attention to all our guys and do exactly what they're told, and they know what to do. So
what's your record to get the gear out?
Probably an hour and 45 minutes, which is pretty good for 9 semis. But
all right.
During the show, it's pretty much just getting ready for Jimmy to come off at intermission if he does, and give him his French Gatorade. That's what we call rosé. French Gatorade.
What band did you start with, and when was that?
Before you were born.
What year?
1974 David Bowie Diamond Dogs Tour. When were you born?
1974.
Oh, there we are.
I know.
Yeah.
So David Bowie.
David Bowie.
Were you bummed out when you heard he passed away?
I was bummed out. In fact, they came in here and did an interview in this bar with me.
Really?
On local TV.
Were you a stage manager for Bowie?
No, I was a carpenter.
Okay.
So they needed to have one guy there that didn't do drugs, that could put it all together to make sure that no one got hurt. And that's kind of what I did.
Okay, after David Bowie, who'd you work for?
Parliament Funkadelic.
P-Funk.
5 years with George Clinton. Well, actually 6 years, 75 to 81. George just came through here last month and had dinner here at Bluebeard. I said, hey, George, why don't we go say hi to the kitchen crew? It was unbelievable.
Right on.
And I found out something about him.
What?
He has a photographic memory.
Really?
And that is why he has been so successful.
How'd you find out he has that? He just tell you?
I asked him.
What?
How he could remember all these different things that we were doing back then, because they were always so high, I thought they wouldn't remember anything. Anyway, that was kind of fun.
What's your favorite thing about working for Jimmy Buffett?
It's allowed me to have a normal life at home. So we go out on the road. When we started, we might have gone out and done 18 or 20 weeks. You know, every year we would do that. And now we're down to 12 weeks. And so when you're off, you get to come home and have your own, life.
What's your favorite city to travel to on tour with Jimmy?
Well, I can name several, but we love Chicago.
That's a good one.
We love Laguna Beach.
Well, and this is all about, it's location, but really food.
It's food and people.
And the people, right?
Yeah.
Does your wife ever call you and be like,
she
where
comes.
are you today?
No, she comes when we play LA because her family lives there. Her 2 brothers live there.
His wife is very sweet, by the way.
Oh, I could imagine that you would say that.
But it's true.
Sherry is very sweet.
Behind the camera.
She has a lot to drink about too.
She has a lot to drink about you?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting my knee and shoulder operated on.
Banged up here.
So Nurse Sherry's going to have to take care of me.
Hey, you hear that, Sherry? You got to take care of him. I don't know what that means.
Oh, internal alcohol massage is what Bob Weber would say.
That's right. Oh, Bob Weber, great guy. If you ever see Bob Weber at any show, he does about every job known to man, but he's the one telling all the jokes. Margaritaville, right?
Yes.
The whole phenomenon of Margaritaville.
Yes.
What is Margaritaville to you?
It's a drink.
That's a margarita.
I understand Margaritaville. No,
guy. Get that.
I love that what has happened with the whole thing. And I mean, it's turned into this huge thing. We're a little part of Jimmy's life now.
One of your best Buffett road stories. What do you got?
In the old days, before we had the smartphones,
Yeah.
I would put a daily sheet under everybody's door. A daily sheet tells you what to expect that day, what time the bus call is. If there's a crew dinner, they would have that on there, and just the basic information that you need. So I was putting them out. We were staying, I think, at the St. Francis Hotel, and it's like a 15-story building or 20-story building. I start at the top and I work all the way down, passed them all out. And in the lobby at 8 o'clock in the morning, there were 15 people. They were going on a hike. They said, we're going to hike to Sausalito for lunch. I had no idea it was 10 miles. I hadn't eaten, I didn't have a jacket. We're about 9 miles into the thing. I'm old, I'm straggler behind, they're all in front of me. I start trying to flag down cars because I was exhausted. I was really tired. So I'm flagging this thing, and this one van pulled off the side of the road. And I go chugging up to this van, the door pops open, and Jimmy goes, Battista, what are you doing out here? And what was going on, he was taking his kids to the petting zoo in Sausalito. So that was kind of a favorite thing, the last mile.
I didn't know that story.
Well, it was one of my favorite things ever.
Tom, thanks for being on A Lot to
I'll
Drink
drink
About.
to
If you're
that.
ever in Indianapolis, check out Bluebeard. Great place.
Absolutely.
As you can see, they've got a well-stocked bar, and the food is really good.
It's our 4th anniversary, June 22nd.
Fins up.
Thanks. Fins up to you. That was good.
So what's in that again?
This?
Yeah.
Taste it. It's a rye,
That's a trip.
orangeade or something.
Ooh. That's what I'm
Taste
going
it.
with. Good. That's too much for me.